Live at 5 on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Today's gonna be quite a different type of show. Let me switch angles for you. Bam! Ooh, y'all see Dr. Jake? He looking real fresh, so clean. Listen, today is gonna be a little bit different today because today I'm going to be doing a reactionary video. Today, for the first time, I'm going to be doing a reactionary video for the first time on YouTube. So please share this out to your agents, to people who wrote your policies, to if you're in the industry, if you're interested in private banking or i.e. quote unquote infinite banking, you can in fact share this out to your family and friends. Now, one thing I will tell y'all, the reason why I created the private banking blueprint is because there are several things inside the infinite banking strategy or concept that just mathematically to me long term, especially in regards to the average ordinary person or professional or entrepreneur, that just doesn't quite take the cake, if that makes sense. Now as it comes down to its core, private banking and infinite banking, the concept in itself is indestructible. I just believe that Nelson Nash, as the founder of the concept, there's only so much that you can actually do or uncover yourself as you're trying to bring information alive. So today I'm going to be doing my first reactionary video because I was going to talk about the lies that agents use in regards to IULs. But listen, let me tell y'all something. One thing y'all know about Dr. Jake is I learned this one concept or this one process or this one focal point when I was writing my curriculum, and I began to start becoming known for what I do in the industry, specifically in the culture, the black and brown community, you know, the ones with a little bit of salt and pepper to them, a little seasoning to us, is the importance of citing your sources. And not only the importance of citing your sources, but the importance of shining light on other people who are doing said research that actually verifies you down. There's a lot of people that plagiarize. What's going on, Bloomware? Greetings, Dr. Jake. What's going on? There's a lot of people that plagiarize information and they steal. What's going on, Reload? And they steal information from other people that have actually done the work, and they present it like it's theirs. And that's what gets a lot of agents in the crosshairs, because they go on YouTube, they watch somebody's stuff, and then they start teaching it like they did the research, and they're missing a lot of context. So I want to make sure that you all know that Dr. Jake will always source my citing. Cite my sources, gee whiz, to make sure that y'all know that I am doing this concept. So if y'all are ready for, you know, this review, I'm kind of nervous because I ain't never done it before. But y'all know Dr. Jake ain't never dodged no smoke, and I like all smokage, especially when it comes to what's going on, Curry Jackson? He said, salute to you, Dr. Jake, a.k.a. Big Cousin. Y'all know I'm just the kinfolk that's just trying to put y'all on. I'm going to do this reactionary video of a guy that I like a lot, because this cat right here is somebody that don't dodge no smoke. And y'all know I like people that got heart. If you actually believe in what you say, hold on, bring it back to me. If you actually believe in what you say and you actually believe in what you're talking about, you should be able to back yourself up, right? You should be able to have debates and get into arguments or defend your case or defend your piece. If you do naturally believe that your concept or your way is the best way. And y'all know that Dr. Jake don't ever dodge no smoke. Don't ever dodge no smoke. I'm not going to get in no conversations with nobody if I ain't got my smokage. But best believe, if I got my data and my research, y'all know Dr. Jake, we going 10 toes down to make sure y'all got what y'all need, okay? So let's get started with this reactionary video. I'm a little bit lit because I'm excited to do this. So y'all that's on Instagram right now, go to my YouTube or my Facebook, because the reactionary video is going to be happening here. So y'all ready? If y'all ready for my first reaction video, let me see. Number one, y'all know this is a live show. It's not pre-recorded. So y'all know I like engagement. Stop playing with me. Y'all know to put in the comments, like, share, put some comments down so we can make sure that this channel gets out to everybody, because this channel is going to give y'all the proof and the truth. What's going on, Charles Riddler? You're my boy. All right, so let's get it. Let's get it. I just want to make sure that y'all can hear this video, because I don't know if y'all see what I'm looking at.
Exposing Doug Andrew. I've got more videos coming out on that. Hey everybody, it's Chris with Life 180, and one of the things that I am hearing a lot about right now is...
All right, so I'm going to stop it real quick. I just want to make sure that y'all can hear that on YouTube and Facebook, because y'all know I don't know what I'm talking about. Rich, come on, my boy. That's my... listen. Let me tell y'all somebody I absolutely respect. It's that man, Rich. It's that man, Rich. He and I going to do some stuff together. I promise y'all that. I promise y'all that. I like that cat. You said there's an echo? Okay, so let me turn this. I'm going to... Dang, there's an echo. Okay, hold on. We're going to figure this out together. How's there an echo? All right. Are y'all sure there's an echo? I'm going to try it again.
Is Index Universal Life. Now, I just did a video on exposing Doug Andrew. I've got more videos coming out on that. But in all of my conversations with people on the internet, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Instagram, about the different strategies when it comes to leveraging whole life or Index Universal Life, I basically, what's been happening is I've been hearing a lot of lies about Index Universal Life. There are a lot of people out there who are selling Index Universal Life that A, either don't understand what they're selling, or B, are educated improperly and utilizing the wrong information to actually sell Index Universal Life as something that it's actually not designed to be. And so, you know, if you don't understand my background, I used to be the head of business development for one of the top Index Universal Life carriers in the country, right? And with that, I got out of it because of my conversations in the with.
Okay, let me just. Oh my gosh. Okay, so this is my guy. This is my guy Chris, and I actually reached out to him. I actually reached out to my guy Chris. I did, and I said, Chris, now, you know, I like what you're doing. Give me some of your qualifications and the stuff that you've done. So I think context is absolutely important. Chris let me know that he spent 3 years. 3 years. Hold on, I'm getting y'all these facts real quick, because I know Dr. Jake got all the facts. He spent 3 years in business development with National Life Group. Okay, let me tell y'all what National Life Group. National Life Group is one of the leaders, if not the premium leaders, in this IUL crusade. So he used to be a business developer for National Life Group, who's one of the #1 sellers of this product called IUL. Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Dr. Jake got the facts for you. Y'all ready for this? I got the facts for you. All right, come on. Come on, Brother Chris. Come on, Brother Chris. Preach us.
With the people who design the product, and because of my conversations with, you know, people on the corporate team, and because of my understanding about what the purpose of an Index Universal Life policy is from the insurance company side of things. Now, I know...
Hey, Chris did y'all with a little bit of a flex. Chris said, listen, y'all are teaching private banking as agents. Y'all teaching as people that make commission. Chris said, I was on salary. I was on the other side, so I know a little bit more about these policies than y'all know. I think I like reaction videos. What y'all think?
Is and how it looks really fantastic on the consumer side, and it can look fantastic and sexy and better returns and better performance and upside potential and downside protection and, you know, guaranteed income for life when you hit retirement and all these different things. But what I'm going to cover in this video is the fact that there are 4 major things. There's a lot of things, but there are 4 main key things that I think Index Universal Life is being misrepresented as during the sales process. And I want to make you very aware of those in this video. So let's go. So the first lie that I think most Index Universal Life agents are telling people, consumers, the people that are buying the product, is that the guaranteed column doesn't matter. And here's why. What they say is that you have the guaranteed column and the illustrated column. The illustrated column typically is based on an illustration rate of, let's say, 6.5%, 6.4%, something of that nature. I've seen people running illustrations at 6.4% and running big organizations like the MPI stuff that Curtis Ray is doing, and it's just all just garbage, honestly. What they tell you is that you have the upside potential and the downside protection. And the thing is, if the market does really well, you can get maybe 13%. If the market does really horribly and loses 20%, you're protected at 0. And so what they say is, over a long period of time, it'll all average out. And so therefore, the market's never had negative years for a long period of time. So therefore, the guaranteed column will never come into play, so you don't have to worry about it. That's what they tell you. But here's the deal. The guaranteed column has way more to do, it has to do with a lot more than just the performance in the market.
Wait, so let me break this down to y'all in some language that you can understand. What he is saying that because he did spend a bunch of time working for the life insurance company as a business developer on salary for one of the leading insurance companies on the product of IUL, he knows a little bit something about the inside. Now, the other side that Chris is saying, what a lot of y'all don't realize, that when they are teaching y'all this concept of private banking, right, and they say the IUL, typically what Index Universal Life sellers or agents would do, there's an unguaranteed side and there's a guaranteed side, okay? The unguaranteed side is where all of the great things are happening. The guaranteed side is guaranteed to happen if these things do not. So people in the insurance industry, they get mad at cousin Dr. Jake because I tell them, why do your agents show you the unguaranteed side, but then when they see the guaranteed side, when you see a bunch of zeros in your policy, why do they tell you not to worry about it? Can I tell y'all the truth? I used to do that as an agent when I first started selling IULs because I did not know how to explain how the policy worked. So what Chris is telling y'all with Life 180, he's saying, hey, listen, be very leery of agents that only show you unguaranteed. Private banking is about guaranteed. If you are an agent and you can admit that you made this misstep a couple of times because you did not know how to explain it, let me see some ones in the chat. Let's see if we can get some people that can own up to it and they're admitting that they need help and they probably need to change their ways. I'll say I was one of them. That's why I'm so adamant about y'all getting some true understanding about this information. Chris, keep teaching us, brother.
Whether it's the Russell 2000 or the S&P 500 or Dow Jones, depending on the company that you're going with, an index, the indexing methodology that you choose in the policy, inside of the policy, it has a lot more to do, the guaranteed column has a lot more to do with internal fees and expenses than it does the actual performance in the market. That's the part that people overlook deeply. And here's the thing. When I was at my Fortune 1000 job and I was talking to...
Hey, y'all see how Chris keep telling y'all when he was working for the insurance company? Y'all see how he keep hitting to that?
Policy designers. The thing that I learned the most about why life insurance companies are making Index Universal Life, because the company I worked with was a whole life insurance company for 150 years that had pivoted to becoming an Index Universal Life company. And so now they're one of the top Index Universal Life companies in the country, even to this day. But here's the deal. Why did they go that direction? If they were doing whole life and whole life is so awesome, why would a company like that go an Index Universal Life route? Because it shifts the responsibility, the guarantees, from the insurance company to the actual insured, right? And
Did y'all hear what that brother said? He said the reason why this company, National Life Group, went from only being a whole life insurance company to a company that's one of the number one sellers of the IUL is because they saw the risk being shifted to the insurance customer, and off of the insurance company. Y'all better listen. Y'all finna see a whole lot of me and Chris, because I feel like we yin and yang. I feel like I met my spiritual warrior. I feel like I met my spiritual brother from another mother. We got the same fight, just a different life. Now, what exactly does this mean, y'all? The same thing happened with the 401k. Corporations used to promise pensions. The pension put on the company that they had to come through with what they promised you or else. So when the 401k was created and the company saw that the risk of a person's or their employees, let me stop yelling because y'all know I get passionate. My wife told me to breathe. Let me breathe. I think that's better. So the 401k, I feel like that's better right there. I got y'all. I'm working on myself. So the 401k was created to be a supplemental plan for the executives of these companies, okay? When the 401k began to start being enacted, the corporations began to see that 100% of the retirement risk shifted from the company directly to a full control of the employee, which took the company off of what? The responsibility. So when the IUL is created, it puts all of the risk on the customer and the client. And it takes all of the risk away from the insurance agent. Well, what the hell am I getting insurance for if I'm taking all the damn risk? Oh, don't nobody want to... Oh, y'all want to act like y'all don't curse a little bit? So when we talk about the concept of private banking, it's about eliminating as much risk as possible so that you can maximize your ability to grow wealth. So why would I incur more risk when my job, my business, and my lifestyle already has risk involved in it? See, y'all don't want Dr. Jake to teach, so I'm gonna go back to Chris.
So when you shift the responsibility from the index or from the insurance company to the insured, what does that mean? It means the guarantees don't have to be there, right? So it takes the insurance company off the hook, but it's a profit center. It's a bigger profit center. There is more profit in the insurance company for the insurance company than there is with whole life, with index universal life. There absolutely is, and they're protected. Think about it this way: a good index universal life policy, if you get a good contract, let's say, and I know some of you that are watching this are going to be insurance agents, and some of you are going to be consumers who are looking to make a decision around, should I buy an index universal life policy or should I buy a whole life policy? But here's the thing. In index universal life, if you're a good agent, we'll pay a compensation rate of up to 140, 150%, maybe even 160% if you're like a super big producer. That's on the contract, apples to apples. A whole life policy, if you go according to New York regulations, will pay you at about 99% at the top end of the contract. There are a couple companies that will get you up into the 120 range, in that range for a really good producer. But once again, that's about 20 to 30% more that life insurance agents make for selling index universal life over whole life insurance.
Wait a minute. Wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble, baby, wobble. Wait a minute. What my brother Chris said? Chris said, if you look at the compensation structure of what agents can make on selling an IUL, it's a whirlwind of a difference from what they make selling a guaranteed policy. Can I tell y'all something? Anytime the insurance company sees that they have the potential to make more in profit from a product, they will offer the life insurance agents more commission to incentivize the agents to sell that product. So when you're selling a product that offers guarantees, the insurance agent takes the hit. The insurance agent takes the hit on the amount of money they can make if they sold you a product that put more of the risk on you. You know why term policies got a bunch of commission? It put 100% of the risk on the client. Why? Because only 1% of term policies pay out. Do you know why final expense pays up to 150% with some companies in commission to your agent? Yes, client, customers, if you're paying attention, be real close to me. Let me tell you something. Your agent, 9 times out of 10, will always sell you a product that pads their pockets before it helps you. Oh yeah, I'm talking. I got all the smoke for anybody that want it. Matter of fact, where's my lighter? I'll go ahead and light your cigarette for you. So agents are incentivized by the higher contracts and disincentivized from the products that offer low commission. So term policies only pay out 1%. So 99% of buying that product is profit for the insurance company. So the higher your commission, the more profit the insurance company makes. Therefore, they're not losing nothing. That's why the commission is not as high on permanent products as they are on other products. Real permanent products. I'm not talking about final expense, where eventually that client will probably end up paying for the full cost of that final expense. But I ain't got time to talk about that right now. My brother Chris is teaching us.
So think about it. Like, let's just use logic here. How can a life insurance company create a product that gives you, the insured, more upside, downside?
You know what you right, Terrence? This is Insurance Church. My name is Bishop. My name is Bishop Dr. Tayler Jacobs of Insurance Ministries, Episcopal Baptist Methodist, and my job is to convert all these slimy devils that are out here posing as agents. You know what? They are agents. They are agents working against you to create financial freedom for yourself because they trying to rob it away from you. They secret agents. Now, don't distract me, my brother talking.
Protection, give you the same opportunity of guarantees and all these different things, and be able to pay the insurance agent more money. It just doesn't make sense. If you believe that sales pitch, that if you believe that makes sense, well, I've got a bridge in Brooklyn I can sell you, because it just doesn't, it doesn't make any logical sense whatsoever. So just know that is a big issue that I have, is that the guaranteed column on the Index Universal Life illustration really is the guaranteed column, taking into consideration the fact that that your administration costs inside of your policy can be raised, your insurance costs can be increased, that the market can perform poorly, and it's taking all those things into consideration. And it's taking all the variables that you don't even understand, that your life insurance agent won't even fully understand. So the biggest issue that I have is
Wait, Chris said your life insurance agent wouldn't understand. Well, isn't that strange? Why wouldn't my life insurance agent understand the product that they're selling? Oh, I get it. It's because it takes shorter for somebody to get their license in the insurance industry than it does for them to become a barber. It takes a year and a bunch of hours for somebody to get their license to become a barber, but some mechanic out the mechanic shop in 2 days and 1 week can find themselves advising people on insurance, and you think they know what they're talking about just because they have a license. Let me tell y'all something. Just like you don't trust anybody cutting your hair just because they got a barber license, is the same reason you shouldn't just trust anybody because they have a license to sell you insurance. The license just gives them permission to sell you a specific product. It does not mean they know the utility basis of how to make that product actually work in your life. Yeah, this is Pastor Thanos. I'm coming to destroy all the wicked people in the industry. Let's go, Brother Chris.
The guaranteed column, it's not going to worry. It hasn't happened forever. This company's been around for 150 years and they've never had to do that. Well, guess what? That's a BS story as well, because even if the company, like the company I was with, has been around since 1852, right? But guess what? They've only been doing index universal life since the late 90s. And so it's been like 20-something years, like in the low 20s of
I'm just trying to let Chris talk, but he giving so much game, I just don't know what to do. Let me take you to the boy. Take me to church. I'll worship like a dog in the spot of the light. I'll tell you my secrets. You can show me the light. Let me give y'all the history of the universal life product. Are y'all ready for history class? Press the number 1 if you're ready for history class. The universal life product first made an entrance between 1976 and 1980. There was a company called Carnival. Oh yeah, I know my history. There's a company called Cannibal Life. Now, if you ever trusted a company called Cannibal to sell you anything, you had no right to think you was getting anything. So Cannibal Life started selling this universal life after the president of Canada did this whole campaign about this concept of making the insurance industry a lot more flexible. You know, whatever. So Cannibal Life first starts selling this form of universal life by using annuities along with term policies as a collection in order to sell a product. Now, y'all may be like, Jake, what this got to do with private banking? Everything. Because if you study history, you can catch your future. And a lot of us are trying to jump, skip, and hop like this. You trying to jump, skip, and hop your way away from understanding how things work because we're too lazy to do the research to find out if someone is lying to us. So let's go through the math. Somebody said, Jake, you helped me get my life on track. I'm so appreciative. Man, I thank you. So 76 and 80s, the universal life was created. Y'all, that didn't work. It was blowing up like fast as you could blow it. E.F. Hutton. See, everybody starts with this E.F. Hutton guy, but E.F. Hutton wasn't the first person to sell universal life. So this blew up. That didn't work. Now, let me tell y'all another combating thing. The insurance industry was beginning to lose money. They were beginning to lose money because more competitive products was being created. So Primerica, a.k.a. A.L. Williams, was taking the industry by storm, was taking America by storm with buy-term invest the difference. So people were getting out of their original permanent policies to participate in buy-term invest the difference. Simultaneously, people were opting out of annuities, which are pensions, which are life products, to do 401ks. Do y'all get what I'm saying? The life insurance industry was beginning to take a hit. So they were trying to scramble to figure out how they can be competitive in a market that was fighting against them. See, y'all, Dr. Jake is doctor for a reason. I got the facts. So let's go back to the board. Chris, you on this live right now. If I'm lying, tell me when I'm lying. So 76 to the 80s. So going into the 90s, let's say late 80s, early 90s, the VUL was created. Variable Universal Life. This was a policy that was the cash value account was in the stock market. Yeah, that didn't fare too soon. A lot of y'all didn't even hear. A lot of y'all didn't even hear nothing about no VULs, and you ain't never heard of a VUL because VULs smell. It smell like doo-doo. Oh, I know you like to think, yo. Don't stink, but lean a little bit closer. See, roses really smell like doo-doo-doo-doo. That's what VULs were. And so in the mid 90s, but really early 2000s, the IUL took off. So the amount of time, and Chris is going to explain that, but the amount of time that the IUL has been really in place has not been enough time to be able to justify that it actually works. Y'all see what Chris said in the comments? Chris said also in early 90s, most of the UL policies sold during the 80s ran into massive issues and high percentage of them lapsed and required massive additions to the funding. Listen, I don't know what to tell y'all, but I'm telling y'all there's a lot of people that teach and preach private banking. They talk about IULs and they always talk about how they feel. I didn't know that wealth building was a feeling. I thought wealth building was mathematics. If it makes sense financially, based on the mathematics, it makes sense to me emotionally. But a lot of people like to play this, I feel, my opinion is, and you have no facts to back what you are stating because these are the facts. If y'all picking up what I'm putting down, press the number 1. If you picking up what I'm putting down, press the number 1.
As far as a couple decades that they've been doing this, and the market has been awesome during that time. We've had a couple blips for a couple years, but right now we're coming off a big bull market run. I think a lot of people are concerned about where the economy is going, and so I think more importantly, companies that have a lot of guarantees that they have to back up, it's important to understand that when a life insurance company has investments in their general account and they have guaranteed products that they have to back up, what are they going to do to back those products up if they can't get the returns in the market, in the fixed income markets, which if interest rates remain at all-time lows, which they're looking like they're going to do, they have to create other profit centers. Other profit centers are term life insurance, index universal life insurance policyholders. They're going to increase insurance costs, increase admin fees, and all this stuff around.
Wait, Chris, why you laying on them so thick? Boy, this got to be my brother. Y'all look at him. Do we look the same? Look at him, then look at me. Then look at him, then look. I think we got the same like somebody. I think we got the same somebody. We may serve the same God. Because here's the deal. This is what I want to let you know. Did y'all hear what he said? In order for a company to back up their guarantees, they have to create products that offer no guarantees to offset the risk that they are taking to give guarantees. So when y'all are learning private banking and they're putting you in these IULs, that's clearly a product. That's clearly a product that the insurance company knows, shoot, it's going to make us money so that we can back up the promise that we're giving to the people that's buying traditional, real, and enhanced whole life policies and annuities that offer guarantees. Oh my goodness, today is a great day.
All of the other areas to make up for the lack of return in other investments in their general account, they're going to have to create that profit center. So the people who are buying index universal life policies right now are ultimately, in my opinion, going to be penalized to actually back up and meet the guarantees of the people with whole life policies if that company has both. So the second lie, I would say, is not so much a lie, I guess, as it is just a misleading element. It's having the conversation.
So is it misleading still a lie? Isn't misleading still a lie? Yeah, Chris was trying to be politically correct right there. But y'all see me, y'all can see me, I'm black. We used to being the center of just forget it. I'm going to tell you, they lying. See, Chris gonna be politically correct right there. I'm gonna tell you, they lying. Anybody that is purposely misleading you is a liar. Period and point blank. Whether you meant to lie or not, you still lied. Do y'all understand that? Whether you meant to do the action or not, the action was still done. So if I accidentally kill somebody, don't I get manslaughter? Mm-hmm. I'm going to still accidentally end up in jail. Mm-hmm. Now, I may not get the same amount of time that somebody who deliberately wanted to kill somebody, but best believe I'm serving time. lying.
Conversations around assumptions in the illustrated column, in the current column, that where they run it at 6.4%, and they show these beautiful this beautiful compounding growth, and this always be compounding concept, which is just garbage because it doesn't work that way. The only guarantee that I will tell you about that column is it will never perform like you see it. The only guarantee on an index universal life illustration is that you will never see the numbers year after year after year match up. Once you get through year one, no matter what happens, it's...
Oh wait, y'all couldn't hear me? Oh, I'll back that thing up because I had some... What I was saying was during the greatest times in American history, during one of the greatest times in American history, the stock market still didn't... the IUL still did not perform to what was illustrated. You know that some of y'all that got sold in IUL and the non-guaranteed side, all the money you were supposed to make. Why, during the greatest time in American history, did none of those IULs actually perform to what they illustrated? Because they're a lie. So let's figure it out. Let's figure it out. Let's figure it out real quick. I think we need to do some math. 1 plus 1 equals 2. So a lie plus a lie equals you. Yeah, your insurance agents still lying out here. My math is mathing.
Never perform like you see it. The only guarantee on an index universal life illustration is that you will never see the numbers year after year after year match up. Once you get through year one, no matter what happens, it's never going to align. It's just not going to. And so you don't have the clarity, and it's really hard to plan for something that you don't have clarity around about how much money is going to be there. And so that's to me, I think it's a really big issue, because I think people oversell on that column and the growth and the opportunity and the cash flow, because the challenge is it typically performs far less, and it never meets those illustrated expectations. Trust me, I've gone through hundreds of these policies personally. I've met with hundreds of people personally who had these policies and then they blew up in their face. And I just did a video on exposing Doug Andrew on this last week. And in that video alone...
Oh, y'all, listen. Let me tell y'all something about Chris. Boy, I like this boy. I like this man. Y'all didn't hear that. He already name dropped one person. Chris said, I ain't subtweeting nobody. I want all smoke all the way out here in the state that I'm in. I ain't telling y'all what state that he in. Gotta protect my brother from y'all out here agents that be hiring killers. But he just name dropped another person that we're gonna dive into here in a quick little second.
He's involved in a class action lawsuit right about Index Universal Life that's structured with him, and he says he's one of the best in the world at doing this, one of the only people that could do it the way he says you can do it. 66,000 people are suing him, and if you haven't seen that video, you need to go back and watch the details of that, because it just goes to show you these things never perform.
Did he say 66,000? Hold on, wait. Where my Bible? Where my Bible? Cause he going to hell.
What they
Boy, my brother Chris said Doug Andrews got 66,000 people that's suing him at the same time. Boy, he finna hit that Bill Cosby. Oh, continue, carry on.
are illustrated to look like, to perform as. They look really good on paper, but they never perform at that rate. And so you need to make sure that you have clear expectation that you cannot rely on this always be compounding concept that you're never going to have down years. And when you have a down year, the problem is if you have 6.4% average, if you have a down year, yeah, you have a zero in there, and so you have downside protection on the investment, but guess what? You still have the admin fees, you still have the insurance costs. So it's not actually a zero. You still, the insurance costs and the admin fees are going to eat into the capital that you have going on right there. Plus, in down markets, if the insurance company needs to increase and generate more revenue for the company, they're going to increase your admin and insurance costs. And it's going to happen. I mean, it's just a matter of time. And if you think taxes are going up, if you think that
VG46. Even though I hid your comment because it was extremely disrespectful. I am going to read it though. VG46 said, "Would you shut the F up and stop screaming? You're totally discrediting yourself. You sound like a clown. Stick to the facts." Well, VGK46, you disrespecting yourself. Because let me tell you a couple of facts about myself. I'm on the Forbes Business Council, been featured on Entrepreneur, Yahoo Finance. Not only am I that, I was the number 3 producer in the entire country. I was the number 8 producer agency in the entire company with only 3 agents. I made over $18 million in the last 2 years building a business with integrity with not one drop of nothing bad about my name. So before you come speak to me, you better address me as your father because you my son. I'll continue. I will.
that interest rates are going to stay low, then this is just a matter of time. And you need to understand all the moving parts, all the functions inside of these policies, and realizing that the only guarantee in this illustration that you're looking at, if you're going through the process of buying an IUL policy, the only guarantee in it is the fact that the illustration will not be accurate. All right, so the third lie that I find most agents use involves the guaranteed income for life component of an index universal life policy. Now, here's the thing. Most index universal life policies at this point in time have some component to them available called a LIBOR, or lifetime income benefit rider. And what that does is most agents, and I know some of these companies, some of these guys that are hawking this stuff out there, will go out and tell you that, hey, your money can grow. And then once you get to retirement age, you can trigger this and it will guarantee a crazy amount of income for the rest of your life. But here's the problem. That lifetime income benefit rider only exists based on that illustration amount. So a lot of times it'll show you accumulating money, and that rider will show 10+% annualized return, which if you could do that, it would be absolutely amazing and insane. But the bottom line is it doesn't work that way because it's 100% based on the amount of money that you have in your policy once you hit retirement age. And the only way that the lifetime income benefit riders, some companies call them different, but you get the point of the principle of what the rider is and the effect of that rider has on your policy and on your retirement income. What that does is it only comes into play based on the amount of money you have in your policy when you retire. So there.
Wait. Chris said all of that is based on the money that you have in your policy. Oh, in VG, just in case you're still looking, you know, listen, I'm not somebody that dodge smoke. Not only am I one of the GOATs that's ever done private banking in our industry, I have a 98% persistency. Now, you may not be in the industry to understand that, but Chris can comment in the chat to let y'all know what that means. 98% persistency over the lifetime of my career. Do you know what that means since I've been in the industry since 2015? That means that my clients never leave me nor forsake me. I'm like, I'm the person you pray to in the industry. 98%? Oh my God. So I said that to say, not to take away from my brother, because today is his shine. Because y'all didn't know about Chris today until me, but I'm going to tell y'all one thing. I'm going to put him on a map. Because this brother got a lot to say, and he got a lot of smoke that he like. And I'm a fan of smoke. You know what happens when a fan meets smoke? It grows. And one of the things that y'all got to understand is that what he is saying right here is a fact. He is saying that all the things that your writer promised is based on what you have in the account. So if the money that you have in that account is not what was projected for it to be at that time, all of those writers' projections are just projections. Keep talking, brother. I'm listening.
Therefore, if your policy has challenges beforehand or blows up or doesn't perform the way it's illustrated at, which, by the way, it won't, I pretty much guarantee it, then you're going to have issues. Listen, once again, Doug Andrews, 66,000 people who are suing him over this.
Hey, y'all see he dropped that name again? Boy, that brother. Hey, listen, I got to say this for the people that got a little seasoning. Y'all ain't never seen no white boy like this got so much vibrato, okay? I like him. You hear me?
There's other people out there, Curtis Ray, who's going to get busted doing the same exact stuff because their assumptions and the way they're selling this is not designed, like the product is not designed to do what they're saying it's going to do for you. And it's great marketing. And if you didn't know, if I didn't know what I know, I would buy into it 100%. Like it makes sense. It's great marketing on the surface.
But in all seriousness, though, real quick, can I ask y'all a quick question? Wouldn't you, as a business owner, quite naturally, wouldn't you promote and pay more for a product that you make more profit in? Answer in the chat right now. It's 111 right now. That's my angel numbers. So y'all gotta answer. If you ran a business, wouldn't you promote a product that makes you more profit? Wouldn't you pay more commission to your sales agents for a product that makes you more profit? Come on, y'all. Use y'all's business sense. So business-wise, doesn't it make sense why they are potentially pushing us to sell the IUL versus any of their other products? Because it doesn't make them as much profit, but it secures the client that is getting the product. I don't care about profit. Let me tell y'all something. We taught over 10,000 people in 22 countries the concept of private banking. We accepted less than 100 clients last year. Less than 100 out of 10,000. You want me to tell you why? Because quality matters. Intention matters. Doing right by your client matters when it comes to the concept of private banking. Now, retirement planning. Now, getting pure insurance. Now, key man insurance. Those things can get a little bit tricky. But when you're talking about the concept of private banking, the agent has to have a little bit more integrity to them, skin in the game to them, to be able to guide you and your family for a lifelong decision of a lifestyle that you're going to adopt for your family's wealth. Continue, Brother Chris.
It looks great if you don't have the whole story, and if you're just kind of going on, ooh, look at the market, look at the returns, look at all these different things. To me, it's crazy that they're not taking into consideration the variables, and they're just blowing past the guaranteed column of this thing, and it's disgusting. I'm hearing people, I'm having conversations with...
Let me pause this real quick. A lot of people like to use the Waka Flocka. How many of y'all have seen the Waka Flocka video being used to be able to ploy or convince you to get the IUL for your private banking? Can anybody? Robert Reed, hey yo, Robert Reed is one of my agents. He said that he got an IUL policy and the performance is a lot different than the projections. Hey, VGK, I don't mind you still being here. I have nothing against you being here. Just make sure that you be respectful when you here. That's it. Just make sure that you're real respectful when you here. I don't mind you being here. I like all my cousins, and I actually get into it with all my brothers and my cousins. But just make sure you're respectful when you're here. All right, so a lot of y'all, they use Waka Flocka, right? When he talk about putting all that money in the IUL, how many of y'all have heard and seen that video? How many of y'all have heard and seen that video? Him in that green sweater. But what a lot of y'all have not seen is the video, and I can't find it right now, but I promise y'all I will. And I promise y'all I will. Waka Flocka actually at a Primerica event. Y'all heard of Primerica? Waka Flocka at a Primerica event. I forgot the name of the brother that's out there. Gary Cornegay. Gary Cornegay with Primerica. They recorded Waka Flocka saying that putting all that money in an IUL was the biggest mistake of his life. See, they don't show you that. They show you the videos of these celebrities using these products, and they use videos from 8 years ago, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. But they don't show you the videos of them talking about the concept today. I should have sent this to my brand specialist. I should have sent this to my brand specialist because he would have had it. He would have had it. But I'm going to get that to y'all. I promise y'all I will. Y'all know Dr. Jake don't speak on nothing that is not backed by facts. Y'all know Dr. Jake don't speak on nothing that's not backed by facts. Waka Flocka had an IUL that he regretted getting years later. And he went and bought a term policy and invested his difference because of the experience that he had. I got my brand, my head of brand and market, my head of brand and social media. He's gonna find it, and I'm gonna show y'all by the time the end of this review. And let me give y'all this fun fact. If you ask the average agent how long they've been in the industry, the average agent that is selling IULs will tell you less than 2 years. This is a fact. Not in the green and yellow. He was actually speaking on a stage with Gary Carnegie, I think.
People you can imagine. I'm putting out these videos now exposing the next universal life. I'm having people call me every single day telling me about their policies and the problems that they're having. And the craziest part about that is these.
This real quick, cause y'all know this is a live. Y'all know this is live, so I like all the smoke. My brother Chris told VGK46, if you believe that what you're saying is true, submit your case to his IUL challenge, and if you're right, he gonna pay you $1,000. That's what my brother Chris said. And most insurance agents, they always say most policies are not structured correctly, and that's why they're not getting the result that they desire. What is correctly? By you clicking the B, type B, and then putting in a number, and then clicking max. Is that what makes it correct? Or is it manually adapting, and if it does not give you that number, you calling the insurance carrier and then fixing it from there? Hey, my brother Chris Kirkpatrick of Life 180, he said, VGK, if you believe in what you say, take my $1,000 challenge. That's what he said. I'm just repeating what he's telling you.
Insurance companies, people are trying to get their policies reimbursed. They're trying to get their money back for doing these things after 2-3 years. And the insurance companies are saying, no, it's good insurance. It's insurance. It's insurance. And the problem is if you don't structure them properly and you're not working with somebody that really understands all the moving parts, then you are going to be stuck with this. You're going to get 2-3 years down the road. You're going to have your money into these policies. It's not going to perform the way that you think it's going to based on how you were sold. And therefore, then you're going to go back to the insurance company and ask for money back, or you're going to ask for something to happen. And they're going to basically say, listen, I'm sorry, you purchased an insurance product. It's not designed to do that. And you're going to be kind of holding the bag on that one. And I know it because I've been talking to people who are going through that. So I just really encourage you to be careful about that. And that leads me into my fourth lie. Now, the fourth lie is that Index Universal Life is a more capable, more beneficial, more efficient, more effective product to use for infinite banking. Now, I don't call it infinite banking because I think there's some math behind infinite banking that just doesn't make a lot of sense. We're not telling the whole story once again.
All right, so boom. I agree with Chris. Have y'all not noticed? That's why I call it private banking. Anybody that's ever taken my courses, that's a part of my 8-week live challenge where I'm teaching you 2 days a week for free, y'all know how much I show y'all. Let me show y'all something real quick. This is Nelson Nash's book on infinite banking. Y'all see this? This is Nelson Nash's book on infinite banking. I'm going to just show y'all one curriculum first. This is my curriculum on private banking in comparison to Nelson Nash's. Do y'all see the difference? Y'all see the thickness of the difference? I know what y'all saying. Jake, it must be big words with your curriculum. Let's see if it's big words. That look like big words to y'all? I'm one of the only ones in the entire insurance industry that wrote 2 curriculums. I'm not saying books. I'm talking about 2 curriculums that back up the concept of private banking. A lot of agents sell y'all products, but they're not willing to do the research to be able to back up and prove their case study, which is why BGK keeps dodging my brother Chris in his challenge. If you believe in what you say that you believe, take my brother Chris's challenge. Now let's continue with class.
That's why we utilize a strategy we call the AND asset, which is essentially infinite banking, utilizing whole life insurance instead of utilizing an Index Universal Life policy. Now, once again, this is just great marketing on behalf of the Index Universal Life agents out there. Mind you, these Index Universal Life agents, think about it this way. They can sell both. They could sell whole life or they could sell IUL. But the bottom line is they're selling Index Universal Life, I believe, because the commissions are higher, period. Like, that's it. Or I'll say this. Maybe they're selling Index Universal Life because they drank the Kool-Aid. They believe what they've been sold. But I promise you, if you look into the math, if you look into the actual internal fees, the ability for the insurance company to change your expenses inside of the policy every year as you get older, as insurance costs go up. Think about it this way. Every year, your Index Universal Life policy insurance charges get more expensive as you get older. It's just baked in. That's the way they function. The way that the Index Universal Life products offset that is they're supposed to be more cash accumulation in the policy, so it will absorb the increase in that cost. The problem is when the policy doesn't perform as illustrated and you get older and the insurance costs go up naturally anyway, and then you add on top of that where the insurance company can create a compounding problem to that increase in cost anyway, and they say, listen, we're also going to increase the actual rates of your insurance charges, so that compounds the issue, so your insurance expense gets way higher, and therefore now your insurance policy just blows up and you have a big problem, and you don't have the money, and you don't have the retirement income that you were banking on, and it's all garbage. And so once again, I would say for the context of this lie about Index Universal Life not being a great banking alternative, the way they do that is they say to you all the benefits that it has, and I'll do probably another video on this too, because it's going to be a much longer topic, but the bottom line is that your insurance policy should not be an investment. If anybody is selling you life insurance as an investment, they're selling you wrong. You're buying something that is not accurate. Like the life insurance is life insurance. Now, life insurance companies from financial institution perspectives are super secure, they're fortresses of wealth, and they really, I believe a properly structured life insurance policy should be a foundational component to everybody's financial plan. I'm a big believer that a properly structured whole life insurance policy is the only way to make sure what you want to happen will happen when you want it to happen, whether or not you're here to see it, right? So like that component of it can be a great way to save in your rainy day fund, a great way to save for an opportunity fund, a great way to save if you want to be able to invest in crypto or stocks, or you want to buy real estate with it or something else. But the bottom line is this: if you know that you want to invest in day trading, if that's your deal, if you want to do real estate, if you want to do crypto, if you want to invest in a business, if you want to buy and flip cars, I don't care what it is for you. The bottom line is those channels are where you need to be taking your risk and getting your returns. I'm a big believer. You have to take risk if you want to create wealth. You have to. You should not create risk inside of your insurance policy. And the more variables you take on, the more risk you take on. I think it's important to understand that. And so when you leverage your Index Universal Life policy from a banking perspective, it just compounds the issue. A whole life insurance policy is better for that, because what you're doing is you're guaranteeing, you're putting your money into an account where the funds are 100% guaranteed. It's very predictable. You know what you're dealing with, and so you can operate. If you can't manage anything that you don't understand the metrics for. It's impossible to manage the metrics of an IUL on a year-to-year basis, whereas in a whole life insurance policy, you know what's going to happen. So from a banking perspective, never, never, never use IUL. I mean, Nelson Nash, the guy who created the concept in general and started the whole process, would be rolling over in his grave seeing all the people who have tried to bastardize the concept and use the strategy with an Index Universal Life, because it just doesn't work. Do not believe all the people who are telling you that it does. So anyway, I hope that makes sense. I hope it helps. If it's your first time here and you found value in this, by all means, please hit that like button. It definitely helps the channel out. Hit the subscribe button. Make sure you click the bell. That way you get notified every single time I launch a new video. I really am enjoying creating this content. If you have any questions, go ahead and comment below. You'll know if you comment, I engage with as many comments as I can, almost 100%. If you have any questions, you want another video, let me know. I will create it. If you are an agent, if you are somebody who's looking to, possibly leverage life insurance in your financial world, definitely subscribe, because I've got a lot of content coming around this topic. that whether you're an agent or a consumer, it's going to benefit you. So anyway, go out there, have a blessed, inspirational day, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care.
I'm back. Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? I'm back. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Was Chris not freaking amazing? Was Chris not freaking amazing? Was Chris not freaking amazing? I'm just trying to say, was Chris not amazing? Listen, let me tell y'all something. One thing about Dr. Jake, when I see greatness, I am somebody that will show you greatness, because it doesn't take away from the information that I'm giving you. It actually anchors in everything that I teach you, to find people that are just like me, that are going against the system. Chris said, funny part, I don't even feel like that's one of my better videos. Well, Chris said, I got so much that y'all not even ready for. So what I would suggest that all of y'all right now go and subscribe to Life 180 YouTube. Go subscribe to Life 180 YouTube. No matter if you're looking to be an agent with me, if you're already an agent with me, or you're one of my clients, that does not take away from the fact that I want y'all to find valid information that's even outside of me, so that y'all can be secure to know that you're doing the right thing. That's all I care about. People that understand the purpose of doing the right thing. Doing your own due diligence, finding facts and things that bring validation to the information that you're learning, so that you can know that you're making the right decision for your family. Now, one of the things that I will tell you is this. Somebody say, VGK said, like how the host dipped out, no outro or Q&A. You know what's crazy? You know it, you right. Hold on, let me show you this. Oh, wait, not that, because VGK, he needed a little attention. I got you, VGK. Like how the host dipped out, no outro or Q&A. You know what's crazy? It's my show. And I dipped out because I had a meeting that I actually missed for this show. So I dipped out to have a conversation, because I do run a legitimate business. You can look me up. It's fine. I'll be there on all forms of Google. I'm there, Googleable. But the fact that I am making is that you still have not taken the challenge of Chris. The fact that I am making is that we still are out here letting you know that we coming for all of the throats of people that's in the industry that don't mean well by the people, that just want to make commissions and don't care about being in the industry long term. And that doesn't take away from the fact that I am so committed to the industry. Let me tell you, hey Chris, you didn't even know this. I got you. When I show you this, you're going to be like, yo, I had no idea. Yo, I am so committed to the industry. Let me show y'all something real quick. I actually created a banking software for agents that don't know what the hell they doing called Life Plan 360. I think that's why I love Chris so much. His name is Life 180, and my technology is called Life Plan 360. Where we actually walk agents through to make sure that they're doing right by their clients. And this is a technology that allows the clients to see what they're going to get so they're not bamboozled by the fake promises of the agent. So, it doesn't matter what I do on my show. What matters is that the people who are watching my show. Hey, VGK, have you not noticed I'm not on your show? You watching my YouTube, brother. So be nice to me. I'm nice to you. I just want you to know I actually care about you. But you're being all aggressive with a brother that I'm here for you. I'm not against you. So, listen, Keisha said Life 360 is dope. So dope it give you hope. All I want to do is tell you, listen, I absolutely love you. There's nothing that you can do about it. But I want to make sure that you understand that I can help you get to the next level. And if I can't, I will always give you access to people that can. But just know, there are not too many people. And Chris is here. He can tell you. There's not too many people that have written curriculum about the concepts that they are talking about. Y'all didn't see the second curriculum. I got you. Here's my second curriculum. It's a little bit more boring than my first one. It's a little bit more boring. Listen to my second curriculum. No big words. No big words. Straight game and facts. I am a practitioner of private banking. I bought my family's home with a private bank. I paid off my dad's mortgage with a private bank. I bought my Rolls Royce, my Porsche, my S550, my Jeep, my wife's Lexus with a bank. I reinvested into my company private banking. I grew my company private banking. I bought businesses private banking. I lend money through private banking. There's not too many people that actually can show you the practice of their life as well as teach you the concept. So all I got to do is tell y'all this ain't the end of me. This is not the end of me nor Chris collabing. Just know that y'all ain't never seen no yin and yang like me and Chris finna bring to the industry. I've been waiting on some type of Thanos brother that can help me clean the industry up. I'm with all the smokage. Now, lastly, I will say this. Darius, if you do have an IUL and you plan on changing this week, do not change your policy. Do not change your policy until you learn all of the facts of private banking and you can properly make the decision to change without emotions. Come together like ebony and ivory. Do not change your policies because I am stirring up your emotions. I'd rather you be covered until you can properly learn about private banking and all of the functions of it so that you do make the transfer. You are never not insured. The primary focus of life insurance is the death benefit. So keep the coverage for your family, but just know in time we will make that transition, okay? So, if you have any more questions about the IUL, go look at 3 videos prior to. I do lives. You can check that out. Other than that, I will see you all later. I love you, and there is absolutely nothing you can do about it. Life 180. Chris said, I just helped the NFL player get $1.3 million back from his IUL 2 years in because of his agents misleading him. So listen, we're going to make it work for you. I'm going to make sure that it's good. But just know, Thanos It's back to the industry. I took 2 years off, and please understand, I want all smoke. So if you're in the industry, if you're running an agency, you better be scared, and you better hope your agents don't come past me, because I can promise you one thing: I got time, I got resources, I got lawyers, I got content, and I got all of the reasons and ammunition to come take you down for your unethical ASSs. I love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. Peace.